Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dutch Agriculture League Season 17 wrap-up video. I'm your host, Dan.
And I'm your host, Jezza. We hope you've had a good season so far and are looking forward to the Bowl. We've had some new players as well as some returning faces. On the subject of the Bowl, is there anyone you're particularly looking forward to playing in the Bowl?
I've been thinking about this a lot, Jez, and truth be told, there is no one I want to fight. I have done terrible this season. I really just need to hope that I can pray to Nuffle for some good luck.
Well, on that subject, let's not keep everyone waiting. Over to you, El Presidente.
Thanks, Dan and Jez. I hope you've all had a lovely time over this festive period, and without further ado, let's get on with Season 17's ball draw. Number 1 will play number 14. Number 6 will play number 12.
R.
Number 5 will play number 10.
Bok, 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 I'm Jez.
Number 8 will play number 9. Number 3 will play number 15. Number 2
How the chimney sweepers cry, every blackening church abhors.
will play number 11.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Number 4 will play number 13, which means number 7 will play number 16. And there we have it. That's the ball draw done. Back to you, Dan and Jez.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the lineups. I hope everybody got what they wanted.
Speaking of what they wanted, you're playing Ash.
Yes, indeed.
It's going to be an interesting game, top of the league versus the very bottom of the league. The only thing you've got going for you, I guess, is that Ash typically doesn't do very well in the Bowl, or so I hear.
That's kind of true, yeah. So I already said earlier that I wasn't feeling confident no matter who I came up against. I've had a dreadful, dreadful time. There's a little bit of fun irony that last place is going up against first place, which it means that this match is either going to be completely dull or incredibly exciting, I hope. And I'm really banking on, you're right, Ash has a bit of more losses in bowl games than he has wins. So I'm hoping I can lean into that. But I think the only way I'm going to get that done is if I really start to psych him out. So I'm going to start doing that right now. Ash, I'm coming for you.
Strong words. And a game that I really want to talk about, actually, is Struan versus Cass. The two new players now facing head-to-head in the Bowl. Struan probably in a slightly stronger position now, having in the league beaten Cass 3-0. What do you think about that?
I do think it's going to be particularly interesting seeing our two new guys go head-to-head. Both of them have shown themselves to be quite interesting and good at Blood Bowl in different ways. Struan's come second place, which is incredible to see from someone coming, fresh to this game. And yeah, he's been pretty strong. I think the interesting part here is seeing him go against him in round 1 means we're definitely going to see a new guy in the quarterfinals, and potentially, if the beginner's luck holds up quite enough, might even see one of them in the finals. And we all know how luck can play such a big factor, especially in the Bowl. So I would put my money on Cass. He's an underdog here. That's exactly the vibe I love. I love a good underdog. That's exactly why I want to bring up Alex's game versus Dave. I think I wouldn't be the only person here to call Alex the underdog in that game. He has a bit of a history of placing quite low in a lot of our leagues, but he has done his best season ever this season compared to any other one he's done before, which includes having the most touchdowns he's ever done before. I think if Alex keeps up this strength, this trajectory, we could be in for a surprising upset in round 1.
But we would be remiss, of course, if we didn't talk about Dave, the reigning champion, come back to defend his title. You know, in the last 2 years, he's had 27 victories.
That's loads.
It's nothing to sniff at, is it? And speaking of 27 victories, let's talk about 35 non-victories.
Are you talking about Ben?
I am indeed, and his upcoming game versus Aldo.
Yeah, that's very true. Ben, in the past, had 35 winless games as a streak, I believe, wasn't it?
Indeed.
And he obviously took a bit of a holiday and came back to us now, and thankfully managed to quash that entirely and, you know, recover some wins and draws for him, which is great to see. I think a more interesting fact about Ben's team is that his team, Things That Are Green, managed to get the most casualties in the season. Which I think everyone was kind of expecting to see that from an Orc team. We've had several Orc teams this season come about, but I don't think anyone expected Ben, of all people, to get the most casualties.
Yeah,
Right?
and speaking of casualties, Aldo obviously lost his star catcher very recently. I'm sure that's going to shake up his gameplay quite a bit.
It was round 13 he lost Muse Dash, which had been integral to a lot of his plays. Really kind of hoping to see Aldo return to the kind of strategies he used early in the season, like when he got his big win against Rob. So hoping he can bring that sort of style back in, see him succeed.
Yeah. Overall, great many games to look forward to.
Very true. I'm excited to watch each and every one of them. Right, let's move on to our next segment. So could everyone please welcome back into the studio, El Presidente.
Thanks, boys. As always, another great video. And talking of great video, we've got something special coming up for after the bowl this season.
Ooh!
And with that, what I've got to say is good luck and good Blood Bowl.